Good morning, YouTube fans. It's just past dawn here. I'm muffling because I do not wish to wake my entire household up. Anyways, because of all your lovely support and comments, I decided to do another detour from Causeway Bay to Sai Ying Pun this time. I've been really looking forward to doing this trip because it's one of the most historically rich and scenic routes in Hong Kong. Without further ado, let's get started. I just exited the Causeway Bay station. It's 8 AM on a Saturday, but the streets are already quite crowded. Let's find a nice breakfast place. I'm right outside the Wolf and Sub-Zero showroom, which sell very high quality kitchen appliances. Okay, I'm outside the Taiping building. I heard they have some nice restaurants in here. Let's check it out. Found this place called Nongpu Fandian. It seems like a very popular restaurant. Let's see what they've got. It's a very nice restaurant. I'm a huge fan of the almond pumpkin soup. There's another Japanese restaurant and a chow style restaurant in case you want to check this place out. Now that we are energized, let's get rolling. We just walked past Lee Garden 1, which is developed by Hysan Development Company alongside 4 other faces. It has a lot of trendy stores and luxurious brands in there. This is Times Square, owned by The Wharf, which is a company founded back in the colonial times. As its name suggests, the company's original business was in running wharfage and dockside warehousing. This is Sogo, one of the more well-known department stores in Hong Kong. It is categorized by its one-stop shop, Japanese style and customer-oriented concepts, offering very high-quality products. I'm about to go window shopping here, so definitely stay tuned for more quality content on my channel. Taking the tram is a very good way to get around Hong Kong Island while enjoying the breathtaking scenery here. The World Trade Center is a shopping center and office complex. It was developed by Jardines and later sold to Sun Hung Kai Properties. Okay, I'm trying to stay as quiet as possible. I'm taking a shortcut through a secret tunnel to our starting point. We've arrived at our starting point of today, the Noonday Gun, which is a former naval artillery piece. It's fired every day at noon. This is Royal Hong Kong Yacht Club, which is one of the 4 yacht clubs in Hong Kong. Early members were British only with military backgrounds, and until 1950s membership were only reserved for Europeans. Women were not allowed to be full members until the late 70s. Today, membership is open to everyone. The Cross Harbour Tunnel is the first tunnel in Hong Kong built underwater. It's one of the 3 tunnels connecting Hong Kong Island and Kowloon Peninsula. And you're looking at some urban taxis in Hong Kong, which take the shape of a Toyota Crown 5-seater. The fare is $24 for red taxis for the first 2 kilometers and $1.70 for every subsequent 200 meters. This is the Hong Kong Electric Company building, which houses the company that supplies electricity to the whole of Hong Kong Island. This is SPCA, which is a foster home for pets. Look at this gorgeous Victoria Harbour. On one side of it is Wan Chai, and on the other side is Tsim Sha Tsui. Perhaps the most iconic building is ICC, International Commerce Centre, which is the tallest building in Hong Kong. There are also a cluster of residential housing estates in TST, which are Harbourfront, Waterfront, The Arc, Sorrento, Grand Austin, The Austin, you name it. I don't think there is a better place than this to put some cardio in. Let's speed things up and enjoy the amazing scenery along the way. Come on. This ferry serves the world famous Star Ferry, which you could find on a lot of postcards. Its fleet of 9 ferries is now serving 2 routes between Tsim Sha Tsui in central Tsim Sha Tsui and Wan Chai, in addition to its transportation services. It also has a 1-hour licensed harbour tour, starting from Tsimsha and goes on all the way to Central and returning to Tsimsha eventually. And you're looking at the Great Eagle building. Great Eagle is also one of the real estate developers in Hong Kong, which own tons of commercial buildings and hospitality facilities. We are in Golden Bauhinia Square. Bauhinia is the one and only symbol of Hong Kong. In fact, the species Bauhinia bleakina was first artificially cultivated in Hong Kong and then made popular in the rest of the world. Bauhinia has always been the city's flower since the 1960s, so during the basic law drafting process, it became natural that Bauhinia would be selected as the city's new crest, given a plan's neutrality and its existing legacy. And we're now looking at the Hong Kong Convention and Exhibition Centre, which house some of the most iconic and important exhibitions in Hong Kong. The flag in the middle is the People's Republic of China flag, and the flag on the right is the Hong Kong flag, whilst the flag on the left is the Hong Kong Convention and Exhibition Centre flag, and they're raised on a daily basis. This is a monument that commemorates the handover of Hong Kong from the British colonial government to the Chinese government, and was signed by the then President Jiang Zemin. We are walking towards the central business district in Hong Kong, and you could find some of the grandest buildings in Hong Kong here. For instance, Shangri-La Hotel, the government headquarters, Bank of China, the People's Liberation Army building, Cheung Kong building, Jardine House, 2 IFC, and last but certainly not least, the recently established AIA Ferris wheel. It is a very pleasant walk indeed. Let's get a better view of the Hong Kong Convention and Exhibition Centre. It has a slight resemblance to the Sydney Opera House, but I think it's fair to say that they're both spectacular architectures along the coastlines of 2 very different cities. This stack of Christmas tree is a very nice touch by the Hong Kong government, and it's accompanied well by the very angular shaped Bank of China building in the background. This is a replica that resembles a child's room back in the 70s and 80s. You gotta love those fan-shaped chairs, and those stickers and doors really remind me of my childhood. I'm sorry YouTube fans, but I have to do it. On your left. On your left. On your left. On your left. There we go.